Hello again, everyone. So, today we will talk about displaying the web pages that we prepared with you on different size screens, as well as how to make them show up as intended. So, we're going to learn the basic idea of media queries. So, that's the way that the screens that we prepare will be displayed on computers or tablets or smartphones without any problems. We call that optimization. All right, so if you're ready to get into it, we'll first create our new HTML and CSS files. So in the HTML file, we'll write media queries in the titles section, and we will link our two files with a link tag. So I want to prepare a container box with some boxes in it, and I'll use the div tag for this. So I'll specify the class name of our outer box as a container. And I'll want to add a header called media queries with the h1 tag. Again, using the div tag, I'll add boxes with a class named box. Okay, so that's enough boxes for now. So I want to write box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, box 5 inside of the boxes. So now we can start formatting. How we'll do this by going over to our CSS file. All right, so let's start with the outermost box, and I'll make the width 850 pixels, and I'll add a border solid line for 3 pixel thickness, and let's make it blue. So I'll set the margin value to auto, just for the average of our page. And then when we look at the changes, we've got a frame. So let's center our title right away. And yeah, so now it's time to shape the boxes inside. Now I'll specify the width and the height of our boxes. Let's make it 250 pixels. Also make the background color red. So when we refresh our page and have a look, it looks like a single box because all the boxes come upside down. So let's bring the boxes side by side using the display inline block feature. So I'll put a padding value in our first box to be 10 pixels, and that makes spaces on the sides. For the other boxes, I can specify the margin property to 10 pixels. And yeah, the page is ready now. So when we look at it, I change the size of our page, and there is no change in the page we prepared. I can only see the part of the screen size. But if I reduce the screen size, I'm going to want to see everything that I just did, right? So that means it's time to use media queries. So we write @media for this, and we will state where the changes that we want should be. So we can write print here so that the changes we make on the print screen are seen. We can write screen, and we can see the changes in different screen sizes. Or we can see all of the changes that we make by saying all in different environments. Now let's see screen. Then we say, and open parenthesis. Here too, he specifies what changes we make. For example, saying max width, 1060 pixels, and then we'll make these changes until 1060 pixels. So I'll copy all the changes that we make here by opening ornate brackets. Now, when we look at the changes, we can't see them because we wanted it to appear up to a maximum of 1060 pixels. So I want to add one more media feature. So here I want the minimum width of 700 pixels and maximum width of 1020. And as you can see, I connect with and for every different condition. Now I'll make the width of our container 690 because I want it to be smaller than the minimum display value that we give here. And here, the padding value, margin value, border thickness should be also taken into consideration. And then change the color of the boxes to yellow. So when we save the changes and refresh our page, as we can see, our boxes between 700 pixels and 1020 pixels are yellow. So when it's smaller than 700 pixels, what happens? The first style features come into play again. Cool. So let's make one more media feature visible and look at its smaller size view. So this time I'll put in 690 pixels by 320 pixels. And I'll just make the color boxes brown. And how about red for the H1 for a change? So now I'll change the width of our container box to 310 pixels. And when you have a look at the changes, we can see that the title is red and the boxes are brown. So sure enough, guys, as you change the dimensions of the page, you can see that the style features are also changing. And that's how we do it in our media feature. So sure enough, there you have it. We covered how to edit our page for screens of different sizes, like computers, tablets, or smartphones. So that's goodbye for now, and I hope to see you in the next lesson.